Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Maryland Apex Accelerator webinar today. Hope you're all staying warm and cozy during this snowy period we're having here. I'm your host, Yasmin Razak, and I'm the Marketing and Training Coordinator here at the Apex Accelerator. Today, the webinar topic is GSA tools, and it is being led by Claudia Hadley and Helena Koch, who are small business specialists in the OSDBU at the GSA. So we welcome them back to share some more information on how to work with GSA, which is wonderful. We will get started very shortly. There will be opportunities for you to ask Claudia and Helena your questions by typing them in the chat box on your screen, and we will pause for Q&A. As always, a copy of the slides and the recording will be shared with you after the presentation. For those of you who are not familiar with the Maryland Apex Accelerator, it is our mission to help Maryland businesses to fully compete in federal, state, and local government procurement processes. Our services are no cost to you. So if you need help and you have a business in our state, please register on our website, marylandapex.org. Okay, the floor is yours, Claudia and Helena. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. And hello, everyone. Helena, Koch, and myself will be the presenters today from GSA. My name is Claudia Hadley, and I work for GSA's Office of Small and Disadvantaged Business Utilization. This is a 45-minute webinar about utilizing e-tools, and the intent is to give you as much information so you can do your research and find procurement opportunities. If you would like more information about any of the topics covered today, please reach out to me and I can provide you with more details. We also have numerous resource partners to assist you as well. We work with the Apex Accelerators, formerly known as Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. We also work with the SBA, SCORE, SBDCs, along with other federal agencies partners, and also with the Women Business Resource Center. Please send us your capability statement. Our contact information will be included in the very last slide. Here's the information we'll cover today. We'll start with the GSA OSDBU overview. Then we will cover utilizing e-tools. Also, we will cover the importance of market research, tools to conduct market research, and we will end the presentation with questions and answers. The Office of Small and Disadvantaged Business Utilization, OSDBU, was established according to the Small Business Act, amended by Public Law 95-5072. First, advocate with federal agencies the maximum practicable use of all the small business categories in the federal acquisition process. 2, ensure the inclusion of a small business as providers of goods and services as a prime contractors and subcontractors. And 3, manage the small business utilization program for our respective organizations. Small businesses will always be our top priority. As we continue to increase small business participation in our acquisitions, and we advocate for all of the socioeconomic categories, including small disadvantaged, veteran-owned, service-disabled veteran-owned, hub-zone, and woman-owned business. There is a lot more to learn about the small business programs. We recommend you visit our website so you can get to know more about our office. The map you see here shows the different regions. We are located in Region 3, which is the Mid-Atlantic region. We cover all of Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, and South New Jersey. This map will help you identify the other states each region covers. Please feel free to reach out to your local GSA small business specialist in any region you are looking to do business with GSA. Helena and I work in the Office of Small and Disadvantaged Business Utilization, and we are your small business advocate. The federal government uses special programs to help small businesses win at least 23% of all federal contracting dollars each year. Please Familiarize yourself with the programs SBA offer to help you access federal contracts. You can find at certifications.sba.gov the applications for veteran certifications Hobson, WOSB, and EDWOSB, which means Economic Disadvantaged Women-Owned Business, and 8A, Small Business Certifications. As you can see, there are different programs offered to the vendor community to expand their participation in federal contracting. Programs like 8A Business Development Program, SBA Mentor Protege Program, Joint Ventures, 7J Management and Technical Assistance Program, and the Hobson Program are programs to assist vendors in accessing contracts with the government. To access the SBA certifications platform, go to certifications.sba.gov. These certifications are at no cost to you. Just make sure when you are ready to submit the documents required, they are legible and complete. This will avoid back and forth, and it will in turn expedite the process. Please use the tools the government makes available. We want to introduce the GSA forecast tool as another vehicle for businesses to gather information to develop their federal government marketing plan. It takes information from different sources to put the best strategy for winning federal contracts or subcontracts. Besides the GSA forecast tool, there are other vehicles to do the federal market research. They are listed for your convenience on this slide. The acquisition.gov website lists several federal agencies' procurement forecasts. The GSA e-library, another tool administered by GSA. It is the official source for complete GSA and VA schedules information. Small businesses can utilize this tool to locate contractors for potential teaming arrangements and/or subcontracting opportunities. GSA Subcontracting Directory. You can conduct your market research and a competitive analysis using this tool. The Dynamic Small Business Search tool. It is administered by the Small Business Administration and is where the contracting officers and prime contractors identify potential small business contractors for upcoming potential prime contracting and subcontracting opportunities. We wanted to bring awareness of the process and time it takes to develop your market research. From learning which federal agencies are buying your products and services, to how much are they buying? Are there any set-asides? Who are the competitors that I have in the field? Who is holding the current contract and learning what contracts are set to expire? All this information is important to help you set up your priorities and start acting on the plan developed. The background of this slide says it all. Like the chess player needs to be strategic to win, the saying goes while utilizing all e-tools. Businesses need to be strategic using the collected data to develop the federal marketing plan. Use the data to develop leads and to set short and long-term goals. You need to be registered with sound.gov to do business with the federal government. Also, please use this website as a tool to find procurement and events to further your contract opportunities. You can set up, for example, e-alerts to find industry days, meet and greets, sources sought notices, RFIs, and many other events that could be key to help you in developing further your marketing research. For finding current contract opportunities, please visit sam.gov. Click on Contract Opportunities. Click on Advanced Search. Click on Notice Type. Click on the arrow for the drop-down box and select Sources Sought, Pre-solicitation, Solicitation, Combined Synopsis, and Synopsis Award Notices. To set up the e-alerts, you should be registered. Please Connect with your nearest Apex Accelerator for further guidance for using SAM.gov. Please take your time to get familiarized with SAM.gov and the different options available to search. Doing this will give you an edge on your marketing research. This slide will help you identify potential contract opportunities with GSA. Please spend some time on this website and become familiar with GSA's forecast of contract opportunities site. The goal is that you become familiar with the GSA forecast of contract opportunities. All government agencies maintain a forecasting of contracting opportunities website, and all of these forecasts are found at the acquisition.gov link on this slide. On this forecast, we are required to post all future or expected requirements over $25,000 for supplies and services on our forecast site, Acquisition Gateway. The forecast tool provides information on planned federal contracting opportunities and assists with acquisition planning by helping vendors learn about potential prime contracting opportunities early in the process. Not all of these requirements listed in the forecast will be awarded. They are uploaded to give contractors an overview of what should be coming out from an agency. You can easily filter the data by agency, location, place of performance, NAICS code, contract types, and more. A quick link was developed for the forecasting site, which is www.fbf.gov. There are also the two other links that will all take you to our GSA Federal of Contracting Opportunities sites. And as I mentioned earlier, the acquisition.gov website will take you to all federal agencies' forecast sites. Please include these forecast sites in your government market research. In the Forecast of Contracting Opportunities website, you can filter by NAICS codes, agency, place of performance, acquisition strategy, projected solicitation quarter, contract type, and award status. You can search within 10 agencies, one being GSA, within this forecast tool. You can also download to Excel and share the research. I made a search using the forecast of contracting opportunities for an 8A sole source with NAICS code 236220 in Virginia, and this is what I found out. When you find the opportunity you are interested in learning more, just click on the blue band with the name of the opportunity and you will get further information with contact names you can share your capability statement with. As we said before, the acquisition.gov website is where you can find other agencies' forecast opportunities websites. This is the place to go and learn of which agencies have the demand for your products and services. If you are looking to get your foot in the door with federal contracting, subcontracting for a GSA prime vendor is a great way to do this. Our GSA prime contractors who have received federal contracts of over $750,000 for products and services or $1.5 million for construction contracts may have potential subcontracting opportunities. You can utilize our GSA subcontract directory, and as you can see from this snapshot, you can filter your search either by contractor's name, NAICS, or state. You can also find primes at GSA's e-library website. You don't have to have a GSA mass contract to search. We recommend you visit both websites to do further research. GSA eLibrary is the official online source for complete GSA and VA schedules information, including awards. It provides a centralized source for researching schedules that include basic ordering guidelines, complete schedule listings, and a powerful search engine. Small businesses can use this as a tool to locate contractors for potential teaming arrangements and/or subcontracting opportunities. Helena?
Okay, thank you, Claudia. Um, as you can see from what Claudia has, all the different sites that Claudia has reviewed, just about everything the federal government does, we do on the internet. And every time you come and you get in touch with us and you ask for, ask a question and you're asking for some information, we're going to refer you back to an internet site. We're going to answer your question and then refer you back to an internet site. These internet sites are really important that you become familiar with them and you're able to do these searches yourself. And they're really not difficult to use. As you go through them, you're going to see that you're going to just be able to search out the particular information that you need to know about what kind of purchasing the government is doing. So they're really important that you are able to review the sites and be familiar with the information that we're posting. Also, we're asking you to post your information on a certain internet site, which is the Dynamic Small Business Search. And it's the site that we use, the federal purchasing officers use, in order to find vendors who are interested in doing business with the government. So as Claudia had mentioned, and you've probably become familiar already, in order to do work with the federal government, you must first be registered at the sam.gov website. Nobody will spend $5 with you if you are not registered at that site. So that's an important site that you register on. As you go through that site and you register, you're going to be asked one of the final questions are, do you want your information posted in the dynamic small business search? The answer is always yes, because this is an important website to government purchasing officers. This is the site that we go to find out information about you and what it is that you're offering the government. So as you are filling out your sam.gov and you're asked to get your information put onto the dynamic small business search, you want to review this very carefully and please fill it out very carefully. This is your opportunity to market yourself to government agencies, to provide the information that we're looking for about the vendors and about your firm, to see what it is that you're offering and what your past performance is. So all the information you put on here is extremely important to us. Next slide, Claudia, please. As you go through it, you will see there's a lot of different fields that you can give information with. This is your opportunity, as I said, to expand on advertising your firm to the purchasing officers. So be very careful and fill it out very carefully, that you give all the information that's asked for. I cannot tell you, this is a huge pet peeve of mine, how many times I've gone onto the site, looked for a vendor who's contacted me, wants to do business, and they have just basic information: name, address, telephone number. They're not they're not expanding on any information about their firm. And as you'll go through, you will see that everybody is listed here, and they're going and they're giving a lot of good information. Other things that we're looking for is, what are your certifications? What are the NAICS codes that you want to perform for the government? And not only with the NAICS code, you want to put in a keyword search, which describes what it is that you do, what describes whatever you're proficient in, what you want to sell to the government. If you're a construction firm, you want to put your bonding level in. Oftentimes we have a certain bonding level for a job. And so that's one of the easiest searches to do. Go find the firms that have the specific bonding level we're looking for. So all of the information that's there is going to be very important, and you're marketing yourself to to the purchasing officers. What I'd like to suggest that you do is go. This is open to the public. In fact, by the way, this is open. You can go in there at any time. You can check out. You just put in the company name, check out how it is that you appear, and then go in there and check your competitor. See how your competitor is advertising themselves. Because if they're putting out a whole lot of good information about their certifications and their past performance, you have basic information about where you're located. Who do you think that we're going to go to first? We're going to go to the firm that is interested in giving us the information. So it's very important that you do have as much information on here as possible. Next slide, please, Claudia. Again, this is the dynamic small business has now added a capability that allows you to add your capability statement. Excuse me. So you can link to your capability statement so that I can link to your capability statements so that anybody can go in there and see actually what it is, how you're advertising yourself in general to the public and to the other purchasing officers. So as I said, just pay attention to this, visit the link, go in there, see how you look, compare yourself to your competitors, see how you measure up against the information your competitor is putting there, and make sure that your information is up to date, and make sure that you have, please put a link to your website. We don't have time to go looking for all that information. If it's not posted, then then it's just not available for us. But if you have a link to your website, we'll go to your website. We'll check out what it is you've done in the past. We'll check out all the different pieces of information about your company. So this is your opportunity to market yourself to the government agencies. Everyone's always saying, how do I get my information into the hands of the government purchasing officers? This is the site that purchasing officers are going to go to find out information about your company. So please make sure it's complete. Please make sure you put all the information you would like a purchasing officer to know about your firm. Next slide, please. This is basically what it is when we're looking it up. I can search by NAICS code. I can search by keyword search, what it is I'm looking for. I can search by all the different filters there. And this is what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a listing of firms that will satisfy the filters that I have put in. And I can go into your website, your individual website, and I can find out all the information about your firm. Again, this is open to the public. Go in here, look at your own website. Look at your profile on the dynamic small business. Make sure you're looking like the way you want to appear to purchasing officers. Next slide, please. If you are on the GSA schedule, another tool that we have available to you is the GSA Advantage site and the GSA electronic buying site. These are restricted to firms that are on the GSA schedule, who have already been awarded a GSA schedule. And it's another opportunity for you to advertise yourself to government agencies that as being awarded a GSA schedule and already having a contract in hand, we can do your search for you through the vendors that are only on GSA schedule. Again, these sites are open to the public. You can go on here right now. You can go see who's on GSA schedule. You can go see what they're on the GSA Advantage site, and you can see who's on schedule, and you can see what their pricing is, all the information is that they're offering the government. When it comes to the electronic buying site, that is restricted to, as I said, vendors who are already on the GSA schedule, and it's where government agencies advertise when they are going to purchase only through the GSA schedule. They are going to put their request for quotes or their request for information on the electronic buying site. It makes it much easier for the government agencies to find the vendors who are on GSA schedule. These are two great sites that are really helpful to the vendors. They're helpful to the purchasing officers, and it's a really good reason. If you want to go in there right now and just look through and see all the different things that are available, you can go in there and just see who it is that's selling to the government and how it is they are selling. All the information is going to be available. Next slide, please. This is, as I said, you can go in there. They're open to the public. Go into the GSA Advantage site and see what other types of information, anything that has to do with government purchasing through the GSA schedule is going to be listed on this site, all up-to-date information. As you see, you can go through here and you can search out what products, by services, what's on GSA schedule, who's selling, how they're listing themselves. They're listing themselves as small, as large, as women-owned, as service-disabled, veteran-owned, and what the pricing is that they're charging government agencies. So it gives you a great opportunity to just review and research your competition. So you can find out who it is that is already on schedule and who it is that you're going to be bidding with when you're offering your products and services to government agencies. Next slide, please. This is the slide about the GSA electronic buying system. While you can't get into the actual bidding part of the buying system, you can go on there and just see all the information about how up-to-date information on what it is that how the government is buying. So there's a lot of good information, reference information. Again, as I said, go in at any time. There's the email. There's a hot link to the emails to the listing site, and you'll be able to just get some background information on government contracting. Next slide, please. Again, just about everything we're doing on the internet. We're becoming more and more reliant on our internet sites. It's up to the vendor who wants to do business with the government to be familiar with these sites. These are some of the sites that are important if you want to sell to the government. Claudia had gone through the actual the sites that you should start out with: the forecast of contracting opportunities, the electronic buying system. I did give you some information on the dynamic small business search, but you should be familiar with these different sites. All in all, together, they're going to give you a great picture of what we have bought in the past, what we intend to buy in the future as we are getting our budget through, and agencies are deciding how they're going to spend their money and what it is they need. They're going to be posting that information into the forecast. So the forecasts are very important tools so that you have advance notice of what is being purchased. Just so you can keep up to date with all the contracting information, you can go into the different websites and just find out what it is that the government is going to be buying and how they're going to be spending their money. Next slide, please. Our partners that we are working with, we can't provide all of this information. As Claudia and I are two people, are the only two small business specialists for a 6-state region. And basically, as you had seen on that map earlier, all of the whole country is broken down to regions, which are always 5-6 states. And to handle all the contracting in those particular areas, it's very important that the information be posted on the internet so that you can find it yourself, so that you can learn how to use these sites. The electronic tools are very important, and they're becoming more and more important as the government is shrinking in size. We use our small business partners, the Small Business Administration, the Apex Accelerators, which are extremely important to us. They have a lot of great information. They have up-to-date information. I'd like to mention that when you're starting to do work with federal government agencies, there's always a consultant out there that's going to sell you the information that the government provides free of charge. It's up to you to find out that you can get this information free of charge. You do not have to pay to do work with the federal government. If you choose to, if you feel like you're the kind of person that you're very busy or whatever, for whatever reason, you would like to have a consultant in to do that work for you, that's fine. But we're letting you know that all of this is provided free of charge. The Apex Accelerator has up-to-date information. There is nothing that you can pay for through a consultant that you can't get free of charge from the Apex Accelerator. So I cannot say enough about the information that's provided through your Apex Accelerator. We are also, as I said, we work with the Small Business Administration. You can get in touch with us directly, ask questions. If somebody's asking you for money, you most likely are not dealing with a government agency. You're dealing with a private contractor. So just send us a note. Just drop a line, say, this is what I'm being asked for. Is this legit? Should I do this? Whatever. It doesn't have to be formal. Just send us a quick note and somebody will get back to you, let you know how you should proceed. But we just want to let you know that all of this information is free of charge. A lot of it has to do with legwork on your own part. You're taking care of your own business. But if you, it's all available for you, and it's all kept up to date. So again, you can get in touch with us at any time and ask any kind of questions. We'll try to lead you through. If we send you back to an internet site, it's not that we're pushing you off or not giving you the proper information. We're just going to say this is where you're going to find the information that you're asking for, so that you can know it for next time and the next time and the next time, and you'll be able to do your own research. Next slide, please. This is my email address, Claudia's email address. As I said, you can pop us an email at any time. You can send just a quick question. Doesn't have to be anything formal. We can get back to you with just a quick response and go on to the next piece of business. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with us if you have any questions, especially if you have questions about GSA. And I guess that's all the information we have right now, but would be glad to answer any questions that you have. If anyone can think of a question right now, we'll be glad to spend the next 20 minutes or so answering questions. Are there any?
Thank you, Helena and Claudia, for that information. So yes, now's your opportunity to ask your questions by typing them in the chat box. And while we're waiting for that, I do want to emphasize what they mentioned earlier about putting all your information in the DSBS, because that's one of the most common areas where we find people fail to complete all the information and basically putting themselves at a disadvantage. So do take some time to review your entry in that. And I've posted a couple of classes coming up that you might be interested in the chat box. One is for registering in SAM and the other is for registering in DSBS. So thanks for pointing that out. Well, it doesn't look like we have any questions, so I'd like to thank you to Helena and Claudia for doing this. I know this is part 2 of a series that we're doing, and I believe you will be back later in the year to talk about subcontracting. So we look forward to that. Oh, we do have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. This one is from Nahora, and it is, how often are the GSA procurement forecasts updated in the system?
Well, the forecast, yeah, I'm okay. The forecast should be updated by the contracting office as the procurement progresses. You'll see there are different stages of a procurement. When they're first drafting the procurement, when it's in the development stages, when it's been posted, when they're taking in bids, when it's in the review stages. So and I'm saying it should be updated on a regular basis. It is required that it be updated 4 times a year. So it should be. Right now, we are going through a process of just making sure that the contracting officers are updating it, but we do try to have it updated at least 4 times a year, and hopefully we're getting our contracting officers into the habit of updating it as the procurement is progressing through the different stages. So I'm going to stick with the 4 times a year, but hopefully it's more often than that.
Also, it is important to check like every week, because the forecast tool is not as sophisticated as SAM.go that you can set e-alerts. You cannot set e-alerts with the system that we have. So I encourage you to do like every week, check for your next code to see if there is anything that you could be interested in getting further information from. So every week you have to, put a Google Meet saying, check your forecast tool.
Yeah, and in addition to that, there is a point of contact listed, and you can always drop that point of contact in email. the contracting officer or the small business officer, drop us an email and say, can you check on this to see that it is has not progressed to another stage, or can you check to see what stage this is in, so that we can get in touch with the contracting officers. So as I said, there are contact persons listed, and to get in touch with them. Also, if there's a contracting officer, send your capability statement to them, so they know that there are small businesses out there who are interested in that procurement. So there's a lot of ways to use that forecast, and it does give you a lot of good information. And as Claudia said, once you see something that catches your eye, you should, keep it on a list and track it, so that you have the most up-to-date information.
Also, adding to Jasmine's comment on, having a good job filling out the dynamic small business search profile. Just, send a little email to the PTAC for a critique of your profile, and they will be able to give you some more recommendations on what to do to improve.
Yes, that's correct. In fact, we have a question here that says that they're already, already registered in SAM, but they couldn't find their profile in DSBS.
Yeah.
I believe they have to complete their SBA profile. Is that correct?
Well, it should have been a question that was asked in the SAM.gov. There's a lot of difficulties if you cannot find your information in the dynamic small business. The one thing you want to do is make sure you are looking for using the same terminology that you used when you registered. I have so many companies that list themselves as the ABC company in SAM, and then when they go into the dynamic small, they list themselves as A-B-C. That's going to throw the search off. So you have to list them yourself, or check for yourself exactly as you are listed in SAM.gov. If you are looking and you're doing the search properly, I would ask you to get in touch with your Apex Accelerator, and they'll help you search.
Yes, our counselors do a lot of work with getting that the profiles correct, because you're right, Helena. That is a common mistake there in SAM and in SBA, which obviously affects DSBS. So please get in touch with your counselor to review it. Any other questions that I'm trying to see if there's any we've missed. No, I think we've answered them all. As I said, Claudia and Helena have kindly shared their contact information, so you can follow up with them via email if you wish to. And I will be sending out the slides and the recording shortly. And they will be back later in the year with another class. So we look forward to that. So I'd like to thank everybody for participating today, and to thank Claudia and Helena as well for sharing this great information. And we hope to see you all back for a future Apex Accelerator event. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, everyone.
All right, bye-bye.